Good evening, everybody, and welcome to high school basketball. This evening's game comes to you on Channel 15, Public Access Television. Mark Carboneau on the play-by-play, Stacy Kent to do the camera work here at Gymnasium. And we've got a good ball game on tap this evening where the Rice Green Knights are in town to tangle with the Red Raiders from Rutland High School. So if you're not familiar with what's been going on between the Green Knights and the Raiders last week in South Burlington, the Raiders traveled up Route 7 and stung the Knights with a huge victory for the Raiders early in the season here. So a big ball game, a big rematch here this evening at Keefe Gymnasium. Rice coming into this ball game at 9-1. The lone loss, obviously, to the Raiders last week. The Raiders coming in 7-2 for the rematch. Raiders went out to a big lead against the Green Knights and basically hung in there to dominate the contest. Bailey Plant had a nice game for the Raiders, picked up 19 points. He was strong down the end. Rice comes in 4 seniors on the squad. The Raiders 5 seniors, so a talent-laden squad here on both sides of the court. And the Raiders have started to gel as a unit, seem to be finding the right chemistry, and maybe, just maybe, who knows what'll happen here. It's been 48 years since they've had a state championship here at Rutland High School, 1967, and so the city's buzzing about the newfound intensity in the program, and things look good to this point. So stay tuned. So it's the Raiders and the Green Knights, Rice and Rutland here from Keefe Gymnasium. And we'll take a short break and be back for the tip-off. All right, welcome to Keefe Gymnasium. It's going to be loud tonight at Keefe. We've got the Raiders and the Green Knights. Mark Carboneau along with Stacy Kent here on Channel 15, Public Access TV, bringing it to your listening airwaves or sights and sounds here at Keefe Gymnasium tonight. Should be a good ball game as your starters for the Green Knights, and I got to catch myself because it would be very easy to say the Little Indians, but it's the Rice Green Knights. Kendrick Gray, number 5, jumping for the Knights, 21. Cam Slade jumping for the Raiders, and the Knights control. This is Gray, and over to Shungu. It goes out of bounds. It's going to be Raider basketball. So Shungu lost the handle, and it's Raider basketball. 7:53 left here in the first quarter of play. All right, the Raiders up over the timeline. We've got Tyrell Johnson in there, number 15 for Rutland. Slides it to Omari Brown. So Brown goes to Slade. And now they go to Bailey Plant. There's a shot outside, and it's good. Got a three-pointer to start the ball game. And right off the bat, Omari Brown puts the Raiders up 3-zip here. 7:13 left, first quarter of play. Green Knights looking to go inside. Plant looking inside, nice play, and it's 2 points for the Raiders. Johnson with the bucket, and the Raiders out to a quick 5-0 lead. 6:50 left, first quarter of play. Green Knights look a little discombobulated here in the early going. There's a shot by Gray, and it's going to go out of bounds. So it's total domination here in the first couple of minutes or so by the Raiders as they've gone quickly out to a 5-0 lead. Working it around the perimeter now. Brown works it to Slade, back to Brown. Nice drive by Brown, comes up short. Green Knights pushing it, and there's a dish off to the side. Shot is up. And we got a whistle and a foul. The basket's going to count. And Van Keer gets the bucket for the Green Knights. So Van Keer is going to go to the charity stripe here with a chance for a three-point play. 5-2. And doesn't get it. Rebound control, momentarily by Slade. Gray gets the ball back for the Green Knights. Driving the lane, no basket. We got a whistle. Looks like the foul was on the floor. 15 for the Raiders. And that's going to be Johnson. So Tyrell Johnson picks up the personal, his first of the ball game. Quickly, Rice brings it in. It's stolen by the Raiders, leads the pass, and comes up short. Casarino coming up short on that trip. Down the other end. Nice steal. There's Johnson. Coast to coast, takes it up and in, and we got a whistle and a foul on the play. Comes up short on the bucket, but Tyrell Johnson, number 10, actually, it's Omari Brown. So Brown driving coast to coast, and so have a two shots coming here. 5:40 left, first quarter of play from a noisy Keefe Gymnasium. Brown will have another one coming here. The Raiders out quickly. And it's a 5-2 ball game. So Brown gets one of two. And the Green Knights back to the attack here. 6-2, 5:36 left. First quarter of play from Keefe. Big ball game tonight here. Gray, nice move inside. We got a foul on Plant. And it's going to go against Billy Plant with the personal. That's his first. So Plant picks up the personal. That'll send Kendrick Gray to the line for the Green Knights. Sinks the first one, he's got another one coming. And Gray's got them both to make it a 6-4 ball game here with 5:25 left. First quarter of play. This is Brown bringing it up for the Raiders. Gets it across without too much trouble. Casarino now with the ball. Back to Brown. Slade sets the screen. Raiders looking to go into, there's a jumper from outside, and it's good. Nice bucket by Johnson, so Tyrell gets the bucket. 8-4 Raiders, 4:54 left here, first quarter of play. Back to the attack, the Raiders. Tough defense, tenacious D. There's a wide open shot, I thought, but that's going to go off the side of the rim, controlled by Rice. And the putback is up and in. Arnold Van Keer with the bucket for the Green Knights, and it's an 8-7 ball game. 4:26 left, first quarter. Back comes Brown for the Raiders. Plant's in there, Johnson, Cam Slade, and Casarino. That's your Raider lineup here. Slade, Cam's going to take it from outside and drains it. Nice shot by Slade as he picks up the bucket, makes it a 10-7 ball game. 4 minutes left, first quarter. Elliott Nelson, there's a Gray outside, shot off the back of the iron, put back up, and it's going to go. So Nelson with the putback, and he makes it a 10-9 ball game. 3:39 left in this opening quarter here from Keefe Gymnasium. Big ball game, nice crowd on hand tonight for the action. There's Plant now. Over to Casarino. Slade looks back to Casarino, and shot's going to come up short. Here's Gray. He got a 2-on-3. Gray's going to take it in. He gets fouled on the play. So Kendrick Gray will go to the charity stripe. And the foul is on Omari Brown, so Brown picks up his first personal. Getting ready to check in is Alex Bond for the Green Knights. And Gray will get the first one. So Bond comes in, and Jack Hale will sit for the Green Knights. Coming in for the Raiders is Nate Kingsley. So Kingsley's in the ball game for the Raiders. Second shot by Gray is up and good. So Gray gets them both, and it's an 11-10 ball score. 3:09 left, and the Green Knights have taken their first lead of the ball game. The Raiders stormed out to a quick 5-0 lead, and Rice has come back, have gained the lead now by 1. There's a shot in the lane, doesn't go. Nice rebound. And after the rebound by Kingsley, Green Knights get the ball. And we got a foul on the drive. Kingsley, I believe, is going to pick up the personal. So Nate Kingsley picks up his first. With 2:44 left here in the first quarter. And at the line will be Ben Shungu. And she's got one. So he gets them both. And Shungu makes it a 13-10 ball game. 2:40 left here in the first quarter of play from Keefe Gymnasium. Green Knights and the Raiders tonight here on Channel 15. And we got a timeout, Coach Wood. Raiders will take a timeout with 2:32 left in the first. We'll be back. All right, we're back at Keefe, 2:32 left here, first quarter play, and the Green Knights have a 3-point lead, 13-10 over the Rutland Raiders, and what's been an exciting first quarter here. The Raiders, we've got Brown out there. And we've got, now he's working against the inside. Now he goes to Slade back out. Bailey Plant in the ball game. Long shot by Brown doesn't go. And it's controlled by the Green Knights as Shungu takes it in the lane and off the glass and in. All the way down, coast to coast. There's a pretty play down the other end. Kingsley comes up short. And Shungu again controls for Rice. So the Green Knights picking up the pace on their end of the ball. And that goes off the back of the iron. Rebounded nicely. They go inside out and off the rim. This is a shot by Nelson. We got a whistle. So that's going to be against the, what do you call it against there? Well, if that's Kingsley, no, it's actually 5. So number 5 it's against Gray. That's his first personal. So we got 15-10. Green Knights on top here over the Raiders. 1:35 left in the opening quarter here. Slade now goes to Casarino. Shot by Casarino's good. So Kyle with the bucket, and he makes it a 15-12 ball game. 1:18 left. Back the other way. Shungu in the lane off the glass. And what do you got? Maybe an over the back here. Possibly on Cam Slade. I don't know. So the foul is going to be on Slade as Cam picks up. Let's see. That'll be, I believe, his first. So Slade has his first foul. And the Green Knights will inbound it to Gray. We go to Kareem Fawad as they try to go to Gray for the dunk. Fawad with the tip. Gray's in there. It looks like a volleyball match right now. And I'll tell you, it's pretty rough in there. Kingsley got nailed. And we got an official timeout as Nate Kingsley got nailed underneath. And we'll keep it right here as Nate's going to take a seat. We're going to get a sub, and we'll set the Raider lineup here. 22 in for the Raiders. Noah Tyson. So Tyson's in there. Casarino is in there. Omari Brown for the Raiders. And also Bailey Plant. Cam Slade. So we got 47 seconds left here, first quarter. And we got a 15-12 score with the Knights, the Green Knights on top. Driving the lane by Ferran Lopez. Lopez throws the ball away. Slade is going to take a seat. So Cam takes a seat with one foul. And 24 in the ball game for the Raiders is Henry Cohen. So Cohen checks in with 36 seconds left here, first quarter of play. Brown controls for the Raiders. Well, I thought Tyson was going to take a shot. There goes to Casarino. Raiders with a little bit of a weave here with about 17 seconds left in the first quarter. Almost a steal, and he does. Gray lays it up and in, and he gets fouled. Kendrick Gray with the bucket for the Green Knights, and it's a 5-point Rice lead here, 17-12. And Gray will be going to the foul line for a chance at a 3-point play. And Gray makes it a three-pointer the old-fashioned way here. 18-12. And the Rice Green Knights have a 6-point lead with about 7 seconds. The Raiders bring it up. Plant drives in the lane, puts up the shot. We got a foul. 12. So number 12 that's Jack Hale. And Hale will pick up his first. Got about 1 second left here. Just enough time to put the ball in play, and a last second shot here by the Raiders. I'd be looking for Plant, but let's see what happens. Nope. Kingsley outside, doesn't go. Well, he had an open shot. He had a good look. And unfortunately, Nate comes up a little bit short. After a 1 quarter of play from Keefe, it's the Green Knights of Rice, 18. Your Raiders from Rutland, 12. We'll be back. All right, we're back at Keefe here, ready for second quarter of action on Channel 15 Public Access TV tonight. Mark Carboneau along with Stacy Kent here to do this one. Big ball game at Keefe. The Green Knights of Rice, 18. The Raiders, 12 here as we start the second quarter of play. Brown is in for the Raiders. Kingsley's in. Green Knights have stepped up the defense since the opening quarter. Kingsley looking for trouble. Brown now inside and doesn't get it. It's tapped out by Rice, so it'll be Raider basketball. So the Raiders will control. Brown is in. And they skip it outside to Kingsley. So Brown will control for the Raiders. 7:27 left, second quarter. Kingsley's in, Plant's in. Johnson is in. There's the shot by him, no good. Rebound is, and we got steps called on Kendrick Gray. So Gray has picked up the traveling violation. 18-12. Green Knights on top here. 7:09 left, second quarter. Plant takes it outside. So we got Plant, Johnson, Kingsley. Brown is in. And Casarino for the Raiders. So the Rice has stepped up the defense here in the second quarter of play. Towards the tail end of that first quarter, a little more intensity by the Green Knights. In and out by Kingsley, and he gets robbed. We got a double team in the backcourt, and Rice clears it without much trouble. Shot by Gray, and it's knocked out by Kingsley. So the Green Knights will inbound here. Slade checks back in for the Raiders. They skip it outside to Gray. Ooh. And shot is up and in. Nothing but net there for number 11, Ben Shungu, as it'll be a timeout after that one. 21-12, Green Knights on top, and it'll be timeout by the Raiders. We'll take a short break, be right back. Back at Keefe, 6:25 left here, second quarter of play, and the Raiders will put it in play here as Brown brings it up for Rutland. They've got Plants in there. Cam Slade checked back in before that last timeout by the Raiders. Nate Kingsley, three-point land. Nothing doing there, so the Green Knights quickly. Gray, a little spin move, and the dish. Rebound is controlled by Kingsley. He's got Plant ahead of him, and he wanted to go back to Plant. It's going to be off Rice. It'll be Raider basketball. So they'll put it in play here with 5:55 left, second quarter. Rotate it. Plant outside. Got it. Plant, he's the guy that stepped up big up in South Burlington when these two teams met up there. His play was really needed by the Raiders. So Billy Plant, let's see if he gets hot and stays hot. 21-15 with 5:30 left here. In the lane, up and in. And that's Shungu. Shungu's killing him in the lane here as he's driving the lane, free range. And it's a 23-15 ball game. Casarino now. Kingsley. He telegraphed that one right to Gray. Puts it up and in. He got the dunk. And Coach Wood's seen enough of that. Calls the timeout. And with 5:04 left, the Green Knights, 10 points, 25-15 over the Raiders. We're back at Keefe here on Channel 15 this evening. 5:04 left here in the second quarter. And the Raiders find themselves down by 10 to the Green Knights as Rice has opened it up here a little bit. The Raiders need something there. Plant hit a nice three-pointer. Here's Kingsley now. Over to Brown. They swing it to Plant. Let's see if Bailey keeps the hot hand. Wants to go inside. Tough D by Rice right now as Kingsley steps it back outside. And we got a foul. We got a push on Alex Bond. So let's see, I believe it's on Bond. Yeah, Bond will pick up his first personal. Kingsley's going to take a seat. So Kingsley's out. Tyrell Johnson is in. So you got Tyrell's in there, Omari. You got 23 in the ball game now for the Raiders. Jimmy Mee, so Jimmy's in the ball game. You got Bailey Plant and Cam Slade. That's your Raider lineup. They're working around the perimeter. Almost had an opening there. Jimmy looked like he could have taken it in the lane, but they skip it back out. Amari, nice drive off the glass, doesn't go. Boy, the Raiders snake betting inside there. And they come back to the, nice look inside, doesn't go. Slade with the big rebound. And he brings it back up, 3:53 left. He had his pocket pick. Here's Shungu, coast to coast, up and in. He's been a thorn in the Raiders' side. Drives down the lane, and they don't have an answer for him. Shungu tonight for the Green Knights, 27-15. Raiders whip it around outside. Looking for a spark. Jimmy, me. What's to Johnson now? There's Brown from outside. Rebound Gray. Leaves it for Shungu. Doesn't go. Tip in by Gray. And we got a timeout by the Raiders. Green Knights really opening up here. 29-15 with 3:11 left. Second quarter from Keefe. We'll be back. All right, back at Keefe Gymnasium. 3:11 left here. Second quarter of play. And the Green Knights of Rice on top 29-15 over the Rutland Raiders. The Raiders looking for some answers here. They need a spark to get them going back into this one. Tyler Straczynski checks in for the Raiders. Slade is still in. Slade is, Bailey Plant is in. They go baseline up, and they got it. Nice look inside. And Straczynski gets the bucket. So Tyler will go to the line for a chance with a three-point play here with 2:45 left, second quarter. And he makes it a three-point play the old-fashioned way coming up for the Raiders. Straczynski, 29-18, 2:42 left. Second quarter of play here from Keefe. This is Shungu. Well, I'm telling you, and we got a reach-in foul. Reach-in is going to be on number 15 for the Raiders, Tyrell Johnson. So Johnson thought they called it on Johnson. All right, at any rate, Shungu is at the charity stripe. 30-18. And Shungu makes it 31-18 now. 31-18, and the Green Knights having their way with the Raiders here with 2:30 left in the second quarter of play. Straczynski wants to go inside. They're looking. Plant wide open. Got it. Bailey Plant on the bucket. A little spark for the Raiders. They're within 10, 31-21. Shungu now throws it way over the head. Going for Lopez, and that flies out of bounds. So it's about the only mistake he's made so far in the first half of play. Raiders down 10, 2:05 left. Second quarter. Johnson wants to clear him out. Plant now guarded closely by Gray. Straczynski. And rebound is controlled by Shungu. And off the glass, and then Van Keer for the Green Knights. So Rice pushes it to 33-21. This is Slade now. Go to Johnson. Johnson looks inside to Plant, knocked away, and a little too far ahead of Shungu by Gray, so it'll be Raider basketball here. 1:16 left, second quarter of action, 33-21. And let's see what the Raiders have up their sleeve here. We've got Slade. Cam looks to Bailey Plant. Plant now. Casarino. Tight defense here by the Green Knights. Boy, another steal. Now they got it back. Oh, Gray's got it. Here we go. Another highlight reel. Gray putting on a show here, 35-21. But again, it's that tight defense by Rice that's created these turnovers. That's given guys like Gray and Shungu free reign down the other end of the court. That's basically, it's the defense that's caused the turnovers. And it's pushed the margin up by the Green Knights now. Here's Johnson going up, and we got a walk. 18 and a half seconds left here in the second quarter of play. 35-21. Rice on top of Rutland. Looks like they'll hold it for one here. Shungu went to Vancure. Vancure to Shungu now. Gets by the jumper up, and it's controlled by Straczynski, and that'll do it after one half a play from Keefe. It's the Green Knights of Rice, 35. Rutland Raiders, 21.
All right, back at Keefe, Mark Carboneau along with Stacy Kent tonight here on Channel 15. As we get ready for the second half, the Raiders have some work to do as they find themselves down 35-21 as we start the third quarter of play. Rice and the Raiders. And it's a case of here, you take it, I don't want it, as the Raiders had it. And now it's back in the Green Knights' hands. There's Kendrick Gray going to open up the second half as he finished the first half, as he gets the jumper. Put the Green Knights up 37-21 now. 7:30 left here. Third quarter of play as Raiders got some work to do. As they played a nice first quarter, kept it close. Second quarter, Rice just exploded off of turnovers and missed shots by the Raiders. And it seemed like Rice capitalized just about in every one of those. Slade is in, so we've got Cam Slade, Bailey Plant now. Plant with the ball. Casarino's in. Oh, there's a steal going the other way. And it goes in for Elliot Nelson. So Nelson gets the steal and the bucket, and Rice is up to lead 39-21. Well, the Raiders now just have to come down and play good basketball. They've got to watch their passes, got to watch the turnovers. There's a foul in the lane. So whistle and fall, and it's going to be number 12 for Rice. And that's going to be against Jack Hale. So Hale with the personal. That's his second. And at the line for the Raiders is Brown. So Murray gets the first one. Got another one coming here. 6:39 left. Third quarter of play. Got them both. So Brown puts the Raiders score to 23 now. 39-23, 6:36 left. Third quarter of action. And let's see what the Raiders can do here. They need some stops, and it's been tough against Rice. There's a turnover by Kendrick Gray. So the ball goes back to the Raiders here as Plant will inbound it. So Gray with the turnover for Rice, and they employ a full court press, but it's easily. Johnson comes up for the Raiders, controls for Rutland now. Goes to Brown. Amari clears it out. Bailey Plant needs some production by Plant here in the second half to help out the Raiders and cut the deficit. Double team there by Slade. Nice move inside, cuts it back. Casarino with the jumper, and it's good. Kyle Casarino with the jumper, 39-25. And 5:54 left. Shungu killed him in that first half. Is cut off in the lane, and the ball goes over to Nelson as a kick. So Green Knights will inbound it here. Nelson controls it outside against Brown. And knocked away. Nope. The inside official called it off Rice. It was knocked away by Raiders, but it's going to be controlled by Rice. So it's Green Knight basketball underneath. 5:38 left here, third quarter of play. Great controls for the Green Knights. Now they go to Nelson. There's Shungu in with the short jumpers, got it. Well, I tell you, he hasn't missed much. He had about 13 points in that first half. So he's picking up where he left off. Let's go to Johnson now. Looking outside. Wants to go inside to Slade. Nothing doing. There's a foul on Gray. We got some contact. And Kendrick Gray is going to pick up the personal. So that's his second. We've got 2 on Gray with 5:12 left here in the third quarter of play. Nate Kingsley checks in for the Raiders, so it's Kingsley, Slade, Casarino, Plant, and Brown. Brown controls outside. Now they go to King. Now he skips it back out. Nice drive by Brown. Doesn't go. Rebounds controlled. And a shot is up and in by Kingsley. 41-27. Here comes Shagun. And didn't get it that time. Controlled by Casarino to Brown. Skips it. Nate Kingsley off the rim. Rebound nicely by Kingsley. Well, you don't see that all the time. When they say follow your shot, that's just what he did. It didn't pay off that time. And down the other end, and it's controlled by Brown for the Raiders. He's got Kingsley. Goes to Plant, wide open, off the iron. Well, I tell you, the Raiders are snake bit here on a lot of these shots. They're just not falling for them. It's a 41-27 ball game with 4:04 left here in the third quarter play. So Rice is going to regroup here. Works it against, no, loses the handle. Brown gets it. Brown going coast to coast, laid it up and in, or off the, looks like he got hurt on the play. Went off the iron, back come the Green Knights down the other end. And we got a whistle. See if we got a foul underneath. See, they're going to call this on. Foul is on number 12 for Rice. That's Jack Hale. That's his third. So Hale picks up the third personal. He'll take a seat. And checking in for Alex Bond for the Green Knights. So Bond is in for Rice now as the Raiders control. Oh, boy, tough pass inside. Nice save by Plant. Another nice save by Kingsley. Nate goes to Plant. Now Bailey drives up and got it. Well, they got a ways to go, but they're, there's no quitting the Raiders here. 3:08 left, third quarter, and it's a 41-29 ball game. Raiders stepping it up defensively. There's Shungu outside. Well, maybe Rice has gone cold here in this third quarter. That wouldn't be a bad deal for the Raiders. And Casarino leaves it for Brown. And we got a whistle. Oh, they're going to call that an offensive foul. As Brown came in, a little shaken up on the play. And he ran into, I'm not sure if he ran into actually he ran into Van Kier or if he ran into Alex Bond, but it looked like Bond was in the lane. At any rate, he picks up, that's Brown's second personal with 2:40 left here in the third quarter. Shungu now in control for Rice. He's skipping across to Nelson. Back to Shungu. And they're going to run some clock. They got a nice lead here, so that's smart basketball. Hit the open guy. There's Gray. Long jumper from outside off the iron. Rebound. Well, he's getting hammered in there as Plant had double coverage. And Bailey went up for the rebound, and he got nailed in between. He was sandwiched in between two Rice players. So it'll be Raider basketball here with 2:14 left. The third quarter of play from Keefe. Wild game tonight here on Channel 15. Slade looking for help. Well, they thought Brown might take that shot, or Johnson. Johnson wants to move in the lane, turnaround jumper. Controlled by Rice, loses the hand. Oh! So we got a difference of opinion here. The ball goes to the Raiders, and Johnson will inbound after there was some discussion by the officials to the chagrin of the Rice coaching staff. But at any rate, it'll be a Raider basketball with 1:54 left here in the third quarter of play. That's Plant outside. Now we go to Johnson. Gasarino can't get loose. He wants to get loose. Little bump, another bump, and we got a foul. They call it on the floor. And it's on number 20, Elliot Nelson. So that's going to be three. Three on Nelson, so he picks up his third here with 1:38 left. 1:38 left here in the third quarter of play. Casarino looking for help. Slade's there to the rescue. Kyle outside, doesn't go. Rebound is controlled by Rice. And the Green Knights will control it here as Nelson. Now they skip it. Oh, that's a nice play in the lane. There's Gray with the shot. Doesn't go, gets his own rebound. And looks like there's a lid on that basket for Rice right now. Oop, and they're going to, what do they got? They got steps on Nate Kingsley. The Raiders turning it over here with 1:11 left. Third quarter of play as Casarino checks out. Straczynski checks in. Tyler Straczynski for the Raiders, number 13 in the ball game.
Slade, Plant, and here's Brown along the lane. He got a foul on the floor before the shot. As Gray was hammered in the lane there going through, so it'll be Rice basketball. 41-29, 1:02 left. Third quarter of play from Keefe. Gray with it. Steps it out. In the lane, his shot is up. Lopez, shot wouldn't go for him, but he's going to go to the charity stripe here. And we've got 57 seconds left here in the third quarter of play from Keefe. Wild action tonight here on Channel 15 as Lopez tries to hit the free throw. He's got one. Checking back in is Kareem Fawad. So Fawad checks back in, number 3. Nelson checked out. He's got 3 personals. And Omari Brown has 3 for the Raiders. So Brown has 3. The Raiders bring it up. I'm sure they're going to hold for one last shot here. Try to draw a little closer to the Green Knights. 43-29. They need some help. Nice spin move in the lane, and Plant puts it in. Pretty play by Bailey Plant. Almost a steal there. Shungu kept the handle. There's Gray from outside. Doesn't go. Rebound is controlled by, it'll be Raider basketball. 26 seconds left here. 43-31. And I'll tell you, if the Raiders could cut it to 10 here, or inside 10, before the quarter comes to an end, they made some great strides here. They tried to cut the Rice lead, and it's they've kind of inched their way back in here, but they need a big bucket towards the end. We got about 12 seconds left. We're down to 10. Slade sets the screen. Inside is Brown, off the glass and in. 3 seconds left. Rice inbounds it. Shot by Shungu, and it doesn't go. So the Raiders cut it to 10 after 3 quarters of play. It's the Green Knights 43 and Rutland 33. We'll be back. All right, here we are. Fourth quarter of action here from Keefe Gymnasium. Mark Carboneau along with Stacy Kent here on the camera this evening. And it's been a great ball game. Raiders kept it close first quarter, and then Rice exploded in that second quarter to take a halftime lead of 25-15 at halftime. Or I'm sorry, 35-21 at halftime. And the Raiders have cut into that lead. So let's see what we can do. They got it to 10 here. They got some tough defense and some nice shots that went in for the Raiders. Looked like Brown wanted to drive. Oh, nice look inside. Slade puts it up and in. So Slade gets the bucket. 43-35. Nice look inside by the Raiders, and it paid off. There's a shot from outside. No good. It's Shungu's in there. Controls it. Down the lane, and whoa! Gray was there. Couldn't get the handle on it. Here's Kingsley down the other end with the bucket. And it's a quick timeout. I'm going to let the crowd do the talking for us. 43-37. We'll be back. All right, the Raider faithful here, the student section across the way has risen to the occasion here at Keefe Gymnasium. The Raiders have cut the lead. Green Knights 43, the Raiders 37. With 7:15 left here in the fourth quarter of play. Shungu with the ball, double team, and we got a steal jump ball. Possession arrow goes to the Green Knights. So Rice will inbound it here on the tie-up. 7:08 left here, fourth quarter. And it's been a great ball game here. Rice again took a large lead into the locker room at halftime. Raiders have fought back, some tough defense. They've stepped it up. To their credit, the Raiders have stepped it up here in the fourth and the tail end of that third quarter, and definitely in the fourth quarter. We're trying to double team. We're trying to put double teams on the Rice players every chance they get.
down in the corner. That's a tough, that's a tough place to be down there. And they're going to have, they've got Nate Kingsley that picked up the personal. So Kingsley gets his second, and a shot underneath is up and in. I had my head down at the time, so I'm not sure who got the bucket. So it's 45-37. 6:37 left here, fourth quarter. That's Brown. We've got Brown and Plant. Plant's going to take it from outside. Rebound controlled. And let's see if they didn't get the bounce. Trzynski had it. Trzynski put the shot up, and it went off the back of the iron. We got a foul, I believe. It's going to be on Amari Brown. So Brown is going to pick up his fourth. So Brown gets his fourth personal of the evening. 6:17 left here, fourth quarter of action. Rice 45, the Raiders 37. Threw it away. It's going to be. Let's see. We're going to get. I guess they're going to give it. They're going to give it to Rice. So it'll be Rice basketball out of bounds here, as Kendrick Gray will inbound it. They work it outside to Shungu. Back over to him. This is Nelson from outside. Back to Shungu. Looks down low. They flip it back outside. Nelson lost it momentarily. Goes to Gray with the... didn't get the jump. They didn't win inside. Nice play. Pretty play by Rice. And Coach Wood calls the timeout for the Raiders. 47-37. And Rice has pushed it back up to 10. We'll be back. All right, we're back at Key. 5:49 left here in the fourth quarter of play. It'll be Raider basketball. We've got Plant, Casarino, Slade is in, Trzynski, and Kingsley in for the Raiders. Casarino working against, and they're going to throw it, and it goes off of Nelson out of bounds. So it'll be Raider basketball. Trying to put it in play here is Tyler Trzynski. That's Vancure working against Casarino outside. A little reach in there by Nelson. No harm, no foul. And they step it out to Kingsley. Looking inside. That's a tough pass on the inside. Gray picks up the loose ball. And Gray's going to go in the line, put in a move. It goes in and out. He didn't get the bucket, but he did get fouled on the play. Cam Slade picks up the personal, so it'll be Slade's second foul. So Cam's got two to this point. 5:20 left here in the fourth quarter play from Keefe, and at the charity stripe is going to be Kendrick Gray. The officials are wiping up some perspiration. He got a little shaken up there. He's rubbing the tailbone there, Kendrick. Just seems to keep moving around. As went in for the layup, didn't get the bucket. Rice on top by 10 here with 5:20. And he gets the first one. So Amari Brown will check back in. Trzynski takes a seat. 5:20 left here, fourth quarter. And Kendrick Gray's got another shot coming. (49-37), and the Green Knights have pushed the lead to 12 now. Raiders need some work. Here's Slade going inside. Turnaround jumper, nice. Pretty play by Slade as he gets the bucket. Nice shot. 49-39, and they're down by 10 with 4:59 to go. Need a couple of quick shots. They need a stop here as his shot goes in and out. Nice rebound by Cam Slade. Slade doing a nice job on the boards that time. Here's the lane. Here's Brown, and going to be a foul. Didn't get the bucket, but he's going to go to the charity stripe. let's see, what do you call it? 12. That's Jack Hale. So Hale picks up his 4th. So that's 4 personals on him. At the line, Amari Brown for the Raiders. And in and out. All right, you got 1 of 2. It cuts the lead to 9. 4:45 left here, 4th quarter. And the Raiders have got to make a move here in the next couple of minutes here. They need some stops and some buckets here to draw this thing a little bit closer. Boy, Gray's in the lane. That's tough. He's so active going into the lane. He didn't get the bucket. He got hammered in the process. And they believe they gave it to Slade. So Cam picks up his 3rd personal. So that's 3 on Slade, and then back in the line at the line is Kendrick Gray for Rice. And back the lead goes to 10 for the Green Knights. He got them both. So Gray puts the Green Knights up by 11 here, 51-40, 4:25 left, 4th quarter. Omari Brown dishes it to Kingsley, and now they go to Plant. Almost stolen away, looking for Casarino, stops, pops. Here comes Shungu all the way down, coast to coast. They got a fall on Bailey Plant in the lane as Shungu went through the lane, didn't get the bucket. He'll go to the charity stripe. So Plant that's only his 2nd. So Bailey picks up the 2nd personal. And it'll send Shungu to the charity stripe, gets the 1st one. He's got another one coming. Shungu gets them both, pushes it up to 53-40 with 4 minutes left. The Raiders have been they've been coming up empty the last few trips down the court, so they get double teamed. They got to get it back out. Here's Brown driving the lane, and he didn't get it. Just wouldn't fall for him. Omari's going to go to the foul line here. Let's see who they give that foul. They gave that foul number 20, Elliott Nelson. So Nelson picks up his 4th. So that's 4 on Nelson, and at the line is Amari Brown for the Raiders. And he's got another one coming here. Amari's got 4 fouls on him also for the Raiders. Second shot is good, 53-42. And let's see what happens here in the last 3 minutes and 50 seconds between the Green Knights and the Raiders. Been a good ball game this evening here from Keefe. Double team Gray, and he's fouled by Plant as Plant reaches in. And I got Bailey for 2, so that'll be his 3rd, I believe. 3rd foul for Bailey Plant. Checking in for Rice. Lopez checks in for Rice. 53-42, and Kendrick Gray back at the free throw line. Seems like he's just about automatic from there. 54-42. And it's 55-42 now as Gray, he's put on a clinic tonight here at Keefe Gymnasium. Good-looking ball player, good-looking ball club here, Rice Green Knights. So far they've got the edge here on the Raiders. Shot doesn't go. Boy, they've missed a bunch. There's Slade wanting to go up with it. Possession arrow is going to favor the Raiders as he was tied up by Shungu. So the Raiders will put it in play. 55-42. They need some three-pointers here, It's tough. Boy, Gray's on plant. He's not letting them go. They did their homework, I'll tell you that much. Hey, nice play underneath. Put back by Brown. Makes it a 55-44 ball game. And they quickly call a timeout. We'll take a short break. All right, we're back at Keefe Gymnasium. 3:22, that's all that's left here in this contest between the Green Knights and the Raiders this evening here at Keefe. It's been a good one, but we got a whistle and a foul here. Reach in, I think that's, we got a timeout, quick timeout. So it was a timeout called. So we'll take a short break. Be right back. All right, back at Keefe, 55-44 with 3:14 left in the fourth quarter. Mark Carboneau doing the play-by-play. Stacy Kent on the camera work this evening, and it's been an entertaining ball game. Rice Raiders controlled first quarter, but then Rice quickly caught up in the lane. Kendrick Gray, whoa! As Kingsley was there. Might have been a little imposing for Gray, but he's done a job this evening, though. He's put on a show. We got an injury. It looks like, number 11 went down. Ben Shungu for Rice. So we got quickly official timeout here. As he looked like he turned his ankle when he hit the floor. So we'll take let's see. Yeah, we'll take a short break. We'll be right back. Okay, back at Keefe, the injured player there, Shungu. Looks like he walked off the floor under his own power, so that's a good sign. Lopez has the ball. They go to Nelson. Nice steal by Slade. Takes it in himself, puts it up and in. Now they're going to make one last run here, 55-46. And quickly into the forecourt. Green Knights, Nelson controlling outside. It's the only chance they got. They got to double team that ball. Takes a lot of wind out of you defensively, but that's the only shot they got here. 55-46, 2:12 left, and out of bounds. I guess the ball had gone. Well, wait a minute. Now they got a 1-and-1, so we've got a foul on Farron Lopez for Rice. Committed the foul, and at the free throw line, it was across the way, so I didn't really see what happened over there. But apparently the foul was called on Lopez for Rice, and at the charity stripe is Brown. And he had a 1-and-1. He sinks the first one. He's got another one coming here. 55-47. 2:11 left here in the fourth quarter from Keefe Gymnasium this evening. Second shot, got them both here, 55-48. The Raiders go full court. Now it's Shungu. He looks to be back healthy. And they skip it out to Gray. Fakes with the three-pointer. Nelson down to 156. Gray. And finally, Straczynski puts a foul as he comes up and he fouls Shungu. Oh, Shungu, and that's only a second. So Straczynski picks up his second personal. 1:46 left in the contest. Shungu at the charity stripe. And they haven't missed many this evening. Coach Wood, I think, they get the ball, they're going to, I think he's going to call a timeout here. Let's see. 56-48. And Shungu is going to get him, got his own rebound, though. So that puts Raiders again chasing mode here as it's 139. Got a fall on Kingsley, I believe. Third personal against Nate. So he picks up his third. Shungu going to the charity stripe again. 57-48. So he gets them both. Excuse me. And the Raiders will put it in play here with 1:39. Starting to get a little hoarse, but that's all right. It's almost the end of the ball game. Bailey Plant controls. Need a three here from Bailey. There's one. Off the back of the iron, controlled by, Rice will control it. Shungu, there he goes. And the ball goes out of bounds. I think he tried to avoid the block. And in the process, I think that altered his shot enough, so he ended up throwing the ball out of bounds. 1:18 left. Raiders down by 10 here. They go to Slade. Here's Brown from downtown. Oh. Back comes Shungu, and he puts it up and in. That'll probably put the cap on it here. 60-48. We're down to a minute left. And Brown goes to Plant. Plant tries to go, I guess it was blocked from behind. Slade's going to pick up the personal. And it looks like it's a moot point here at this juncture. 52 seconds left in the ball game, and it's 60-48. And going to the charity stripe is going to be Van Keer. So Van Keer will go to the foul line. And Cam Slade picks up the fourth personal of the evening. Got another one coming. First quarter of play, the Raiders were really taking it. Looked like it was going to be an interesting ball game here, similar to the one up in South Burlington. The Raiders kind of took control, but then Van Keer gets the second one. Almost a steal here. 50 seconds. Straczynski in the lane loses the handle. Here comes, and whoa! Gray wanted to dunk it, but he's standing out of bounds, so it goes back. And the crowd, the Raider faithful, like the fact that he ended up missing the dunk. But Coach Pecor is going to call the Green Knights off there a little bit. They're going to let Omari Brown shoot from outside, no good. Well, there's been a lot of balls tapped around tonight. There's Shungu with the bucket. And Rice still pressing here towards the end. They're up 63-48. Taking no prisoners are the Green Knights here as they come into Rutland. And they're going to get away with a win here as it's 63-48. 20 seconds left. And the Raider faithful heads for the exits here. So the rematch came and went. And the Raiders, there's a shot at the end. About 6 seconds left. Shot by Nate Kingsley makes it 63-50. And that's just about going to do it this evening as the Green Knights have come to Keefe and they've taken revenge on the Raiders for the loss that they were inflicted upon by the Raiders last week at Rice Memorial. So the Green Knights come in. They were kind of slow to start. The Raiders took it to them in the first quarter. Second quarter, that's when the Green Knights started to make their move, and they clawed their way back into the ball game. Took a huge lead at halftime, 35-21, and basically never really looked back because the Raiders, they cut it to 10. They got it as close as 9 in the fourth quarter, and that was just about it. Too much Green Knights this evening for the Raiders. So the final again, 63-50. Rice over Rutland here at Keefe Gymnasium. So for Stacy Kent on the camera, who always does a fine job, this is Mark Carboneau saying, see you down the road.